Welcome back, everybody, to the Press Start Podcast. I am Reefly, and today is 21st of August, 2015, and I think it's been a few weeks since my last Press Start Podcast. Just like I mentioned in some other videos, it's been really tired lately from work, and whenever I get a chance to have some free time, I haven't been recording, and I've just been doing stuff of my own. So I apologize, but once I kind of get into the rhythm of stuff, in the next few weeks, it should be weekly. So the last one was, I'm trying to check. It was Gamescom, and it was 2 weeks ago. But yeah, this week, not a whole bunch of news. I mean, I really only have 5-6 things to talk about. Last week, I think, was pretty much the same. So yeah, not much is going on. But let's get to it. So first off, this happened, I think, like Saturday or Sunday. So it might have been last week, but still. It was revealed that the Big Hero 6 franchise, I guess it might be a franchise, but Big Hero 6 is going to appear or be a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. And for those who don't know, Kingdom Hearts takes place in, like, it's basically like Disney mixed with Square Enix and Final Fantasy stuff. So that's why there's gonna be a whole bunch of like Disney influenced things in that game, and there's a lot of potential for Kingdom Hearts 3 because you got all the Marvel stuff and Avengers and all that they could possibly add to it. I don't think they will, but you never know. And they got Star Wars, so it could be really big. And Big Hero 6, I never saw the movie, but I did kind of like how, from what I just saw of trailers, it looked cool, and it seems like a really cool world to explore. So I think that's a nice gain, because the other one they revealed was like Entwined or something. I don't remember. It was something I didn't really care for. But this one's pretty cool. But anyway, that was the kind of the first thing of the week. And they also, during that same, the E23 conference, I think, or D23. Yeah, D23 Expo. They revealed like a PlayStation 4 Star Wars bundle which had like a Darth Vader PlayStation 4, and you got like 4 old Star Wars games in the bundle. So yeah, that was kind of the noteworthy stuff from there. But after that, the next kind of big news was that Rainbow Six Siege got delayed to, I think it was coming out October 13th, but it got delayed to December 1st, which it might be a big blow for that game, because it is I guess you could say it's probably the lowest, the least known of all the big AAA shooters this fall. Because you have like Halo, you have Call of Duty, and Battlefront. And this game, I think, was probably people's like third or fourth option, basically, if you wanted to get a shooter. I'm sure some people had it higher, because it does look really cool. But I think they definitely, in my opinion, they needed to get this out before the rest of them. But now it's not coming out until December, which typically hasn't been a big time to release a game. And it hasn't done. It's kind of cost a lot of franchises. But actually, this year there's like there's like 5 games that are worth mentioning are coming out in December. Now with Rainbow Six Siege, you have the Hitman game, Just Cause 3, Xenoblade Chronicles X. They all come out in October or December. I think it's the first week in December, which is very odd because usually there's nothing after Black Friday, but this year there's still some solid games left. So I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. Maybe it will just be like Far Cry 3, and people will just eat it up after the holidays. But this is a much different game than Far Cry 3. So yeah, that kind of it sucks, but hopefully they're polishing off the game and making it better, because that game does have a lot of potential. But yeah, Rainbow Six Siege delayed. So one game gets delayed, another game gets a release date, and that is Yokai Watch, which is a 3DS game. It's a lot like Pokemon, people have been hinting at, and it's very popular over in Japan. And like I said, it's got that Pokemon influence in it. It is releasing in the US in November. I'm trying to find a specific date. November 6th. So yeah, I mean, I love the Pokemon series. I haven't played them or I haven't really played the new ones in like 5 years. Like I think I bought Pokemon X and I just wasn't feeling it. But I absolutely love that series. But this has some similarities to it. If it reviews really well, I'll probably check it out. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it just kind of, I'm sorry, I'm distracted right now. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? I don't know. It has potential, I think. A lot of people are excited for it, and it's a big 3DS title for sure. But yeah, it might be a big splash in the US. There's actually a cartoon that I think is gonna appear soon. I think in the US also, so it might become really popular soon. Cause I think there's like 3 Yokai Watch games already in Japan. So yeah. So there's a bunch of Bungie news, or I guess Destiny specifically news this week. Because they had their Taken King live stream where they revealed a whole bunch of information. And I probably should pick the story that kind of listed it better than this, because it's not even in the list. I did watch a little bit of it, because I think I am going to pick up the Taken King, because it does seem like it is changing things up quite a bit. And improving the game in a lot of ways. There's a lot of new legendary stuff, and the light system and the leveling system is changed completely. Exotics are getting changed, and stuff is getting balanced, and new exotics are coming in. And they're changing up the way you do quests, the storytelling. The attack and defense values are affected by your light, and now your light isn't just your level or how it increases. Like, because right now, once you hit level 20 in Destiny, the only way to increase your level is to get items with light, and that just basically makes leveling random. So you just kind of hope that you get new and improved items with better light, and you can level up. Because right now, I have a level 29, maybe 30 character. And I'm basically just held back by not having enough light, basically. So, I think that's a good change. If it did increase the vault space, if they doubled it, which I know a lot of people have been hoping they would increase it. So, hopefully that satisfies some people. There's a whole bunch of other changes you can probably check out in the archived stream of that. But I do plan on picking up the Taken King. I'm trying to figure out if I am gonna pick up the Deep Below and the House of Wolves DLC also. But we'll see. Cause I do like I like Destiny. I'm not in the major group of people who play it all the time. I'm in like the group who likes Destiny, and I come back every few months to play it for like a week or two, and then I'm done then, and then I come back a few months and play it for a week or two. That's just how I am with that game, cause I don't know, it has a way of drawing me back every few months, and I think the Taken King is a good time to jump back in, cause I played it a whole bunch in May and June, for a short span. And I think mid-September is a good time to jump back into it. I might actually jump back into it before then, just to check things out. But yeah, tons of Destiny news. Nintendo cut the price of its 2DS from $129 to $99, and you get Mario Kart, a digital version of Mario Kart 7. So yeah, I was actually gonna buy a 2DS because it was just the cheapest version you can get, and you can play 3DS games and stuff. But I never did. I got a 3DS XL instead, which doesn't make any sense because it's the exact opposite of cheapest one. But it was the Zelda version, or A Link Between Worlds version. So yeah, I mean, I don't think the 2DS is selling that well because it just looks weird. So yeah, it's really, if you just don't want to spend that much money on a 3DS, but you want to play those games, I mean, 2DS, you got $99 and you get Mario Kart 7. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. So, if you want to, go ahead and buy it if you want to. And then lastly, unless any other news happened during this span that I've been talking, Pokken Tournament, which is the Pokemon arcade fighting game, is being ported to Wii U. It's coming out next spring. It's too bad it's coming out during Wii U's during the time it's like in its deathbed. Because I seriously think 2016, like the first half of 2016, is like, that's it for the Wii U. I actually think the NX is coming out next year. It's gonna be fall for sure, but I think it's coming out next year. And I don't think the Wii U has much longer. And I literally think the last game I'm gonna play on my Wii U, that's gonna be new, because I'm gonna probably go back and play Wind Waker HD all the time, because that's my favorite game of all time. But unless I can just play on NX, that'd be cool. Do that, Nintendo. Backwards compatibility, even though you never do that. Yeah, probably the last game I'm gonna pick up might be Xenoblade Chronicles X. And then, so basically, just after this year, I'm done buying games for my Wii U, and I already don't buy too much, so it's just, yeah. And I heard this game's okay. It's just a weird Pokemon fighting game. Uh, maybe one day we'll get that open world Pokemon game, or 3D open world Pokemon game on the NX, and we could just walk wherever we want and catch Pokemon. That'd be fantastic. Be pretty awesome, I'd think. But yeah, that's it for stories. Yeah, so next segment, I'm gonna be talking primarily about one game, but I might just teeter off onto just what I've been playing lately, because I haven't really stuck to one thing much the last few weeks, or I guess the last month, basically. Since Batman Arkham Knight, I have not played a game and just stuck with it for a good period of time. But I've been getting more and more into certain games lately, so I'll be talking about what I've been playing in the next segment. So I'll see you after this little musical break. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoy a little musical break there. So in this segment, like I said, I'm gonna be talking about what I've been playing lately, and yeah. So I'm gonna be focusing on a certain game just because it's basically like a review of it. Because I was gonna stream this game last week. Or was it this? Did it come out this week? No. Wait. Did it? No, quit doing it. Did it come out this week? I don't think so. No. Yeah, it came out last week. And it's Everybody's Gone to Rapture. I was gonna stream it, but I had some download issues, so I didn't do it. But I played through the game on my own, and it's just one of those. It's just like, if you're not aware of the game, it's just what people are calling first-person exploration or experience games, where it's just like Gone Home, or what's another game like that? Gone Home, or E for One, which I did a few videos of, where you just kind of go around and explore the world. There's no action. You just first person walk around, explore a world, basically. And Everybody's Gone to Rapture is that kind of game. But I feel like it's not as good as some of those other ones. It's a very interesting game because you're basically just following these lights around and learning and just listening on conversations around this town where everybody's just disappeared, and you're trying to figure out what happened to everybody. And that's the game, basically. And I call this game semi-interesting, but it's pretty much boring. And I did explore and look around and checked out stuff out for like the first few hours, but then near about the third hour mark, I'm just like, I just want to beat this game. So I just kind of just straight lined through the story, and the story never really paid off in the end, in my opinion. I just felt like the world, I mean, the game's beautiful. Like, it has some like some image, like this. There's this one point where you look over like the town on like a overlook. Is that what we call it? Or just like you're on like this cliff where there's a bench and you just look over on the town and it's just like a painting basically. That's how the game looks really good and the graphics are solid, and I can't complain about how beautiful the game looks. Like if the walking speed, which I'll get to in a second, if the walking speed was quicker, I'd probably explore way more. But like I said, the walking speed is not quick. Walking speed is, it's probably the slowest I've ever experienced in a game. It's sort of like in like a Call of Duty game when you're in like last stand mode and you're crawling around. That's how fast you go when you're walking around. There's a sprint button, but it's like it feels almost almost unnoticeable. Your increase in speed. So yeah, it's just you move so slowly, and if it could only just increase the speed, it would help out a lot. But you just getting from place to place is like a yawn fest. It's really, really slow. And the story is just like, it's interesting, but like I said, it never pays off, and I don't know, I just never fully understood the story. It just never gripped me. I don't think it's a bad story by any means, but it's just, it never pays off, in my opinion. It leaves you with a whole bunch of questions, and I feel like I wanted more answers than questions. Because I still have no clue what happened to those people. Maybe I'm just dumb. I think I have some sort of clue, but I still don't know. Yeah, so that game is, if you like those kind of games, I'd pick up during like a sale or something, but it was a little bit disappointing because I was really looking forward to that game because I thought it would be more interesting. And the interactive, like, you cannot interact with anything in that game, which is really depressing, and it's a big letdown because I was expecting to, you know, maybe do some puzzles or something. There's no puzzles. You just listen and walk and 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 follow a light the whole game. That's all you do. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend Everybody's Gone to Rapture unless you just really like those types of games. So, but I beat my game, I think, Sunday. So other than that, I've been playing Ultra Street Fighter 4. I found maybe it's Ultra Super Street Fighter 4 Ultimate Edition. No, I wouldn't be surprised if it made that edition. But I've been playing that on PS4 because I suddenly got in the mood to play a fighting game and get really good at a fighting game for some reason. So I've been playing that, and I do like it quite a bit. I've invested a tremendous amount into the game. Probably like 5-6 hours by this point, but I feel like I have gotten better. There's definitely a big learning curve to really get good at that game. But I'm liking it. I'm probably gonna keep playing that game and see how good I can actually get. You'll probably have you'll probably see a video of me playing that within a few days of this video. So yeah, so that might be a streaming game too. That might be a good streaming game. But I like it. It's just it's challenging, but it's also rewarding to get really good at that game. And I've been trying to figure out my main characters, and I think I have pretty much a few characters, but I think I could be pretty good with. So yeah, So I've been playing that. I was playing something else. Oh, I just finished up Fire Emblem Awakening. And a lot of people really, really love that game. I think that game is good. I think that game's like a 8 out of 10 game. And that's it. I'm glad I played through it, but it's just nothing really stood out for me with that game. I didn't play on permadeath mode or whatever because I didn't want to handle with that stress. But still, it just, I don't know, just something about it never really fully clicked with me. I mean, I liked the game. I thought it was a good game. But yeah, I just never fell in love with it. But it's if you like kind of strategic RPGs, it's worth checking out. It has an interesting story and everything. I think it took me probably like 30 hours to beat, and I did a fair amount of side stuff, so it's a lengthy game. I think I started playing it when I went on vacation back in July, so it's been like a month since I started playing it. Yeah, it's good. I just finally got around to it like a few years after it came out. But yeah, actually when I bought the game, Persona Q was on sale, I think, and I was really tempted to pick up that game because I had just finished Persona 4 Golden. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna change it up. I don't want to keep playing Persona games. You know, it's not really a true Persona game, but I'll play Fire Emblem. And now I kind of wish I picked up Persona Q, but I'm sure they would have been at the same level of goodness. But I'm not saying it's a bad game. Like I said, it's an 8 out of 10 game, which is a really good game. But I never fell in love with it. So I finished that. I think I finished that Sunday also. I think Sunday I made a lot of. I finally beat some games for the first time since Batman. So it felt good. So yeah, so Street Fighter, like I said, and then I started Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth last night because I got it really cheap when it was on sale like a few months ago, and I finally decided to try it out. I mean, I don't really have high hopes for that game because it's very like niche RPG, JRPG kind of game, and I heard people do like these games and I think are good. And at the moment, it's actually better than I thought it would be. It's a game that knows what it is, and it understands that it's a niche JRPG. Yeah, it just understands what it is. And I like it so far. The combat's pretty interesting. I haven't gotten too deep in the game, so I think it has potential because it seems like it might be a pretty deep combat system. So yeah, I'm probably gonna keep playing that. It seemed good. It's either that or Freedom Wars because I picked both of those games up. Like I said, really cheap. And I think Freedom Wars is supposed to be a better game than Hyperdimension Neptunia. But I just wanted to give Neptunia a try. And like I said, it's okay. I'm gonna keep playing it because I like my little JRPG characters just jump when you can control the character whenever you jump. She'll say boing, and like I love that sound for some reason, so I just jump all the time. I don't know. That game is better than I thought. So yeah, so that pretty much wraps up for what I've been playing. And and I have school, and I'm heading back to school in a few weeks. And basically, right when I head back to school, you know, the Phantom Pain launches, so we're starting to get to the big games again. On Tuesday, in a few days, there's like Until Dawn is coming out, which I'm not going to get. There's the Gears of War collection, or Gears of War 1 Remastered, which I'm not going to get, even though I've never played a Gears game, which I probably should at some point. There's one other game that's coming out. That's a big sort-ish game. And the Mega Man collection is coming out, and I'm gonna be playing that. Even though I suck at Mega Man, I'll be streaming that on Tuesday. Tuesday the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 25th. So yeah. And then a week after that, September 1st, we got Mad Max and Phantom Pain. So 2 biggest games in a while. I've been excited for Mad Max, but I just can't afford. I just don't want to shell out $120 for 2 games. So I'm gonna get Phantom Pain, even though I don't like Metal Gear games, but I like the gameplay of Ground Zeroes a lot. So I think, even though I don't like Metal Gear, I like the gameplay of what the Phantom Pain will probably be like. And this is a crazy, weird game. So yeah. But yeah, so we're starting to get into the big months. News will start ramping up in just probably 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So it'll be a lot more to talk about. Fairly short episode. I'm actually surprised it's only 32 minutes long, because I felt like I rambled on a fair amount. But yeah, it's not too long. But next week I will be back. We'll see if there's any news. I think I'll probably talk about the Mega Man collection in a second segment, since that's probably what I'm gonna be playing. Yeah, so that's what you can expect next week. Down below in the comments, feel free to suggest kind of topics for a second segment, since I've been kind of running out lately because my brain's been retarded. So yeah, feel free to do that. And I will see you next week with the Press Start podcast. I said it really weird. Podcast. Press Start podcast. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side. Whoa!